This week's CAGcast is brought to you by HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast12 and use code CAGcast12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 684. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, I didn't come up with anything to say. Wombat!
Yay! How's it going?
Tuesday, I forgot.
I know.
Different night. We're out of our element.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
Can I start with the humble brag?
Sure.
The shirt I'm wearing
Yes.
didn't fit me last year.
Wow.
I couldn't close it last year.
Stand up. I want to see. Or move back a little. Roll, how about roll back a little?
I'm still a fat guy.
Oh. We can't see the bottom? No, look good. That's great. Congratulations. Mazel tov.
Yes, when I lean forward, you don't see belly. So there you go.
Win-win.
Yeah.
All win. You can new clothes and less belly.
Well, old clothes.
But new
less
for you.
belly. Yeah, new now.
New belly. No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Old clothes.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I like this shirt a lot, so I'm glad it fits again.
What kind of shirt is that?
It's got octopuses on it. Octopi.
That's what it is.
It's covered in octopi. It's like summery, but it's not quite. It's not quite a Hawaiian t-shirt, but festive for a show. It's a good pool shirt.
Pool shirt. Yes.
Pool shirt.
Perfect.
Speaking of pool shirts.
Yes.
So we got another pool for this summer.
Another disposable pool.
You have two pools now?
No, we gave the other pool to family friends. It's because, as for those who do not recall, last summer, whilst we were all quarantined, we got one of those Inatex 12-foot round by 3 feet deep pools. So,
like a pizza.
Like a pizza. 12 feet round, 3 feet deep. Nothing gigantic, but it was fun and it was nice to have in the backyard. And we decided to, well, not me. I just happened to be home when my wife came back home with the giant 200-pound box that had the new 16 by 4 foot pool.
You upgraded.
Yeah, we upgraded one size. So now we have a 16-foot pool as opposed to a 12-foot pool. We put it together on Sunday.
Are you saying your wife impulse bought a pool?
My wife impulse bought a pool because Target had it, and to find those pools at retail price is still nearly impossible. They charge a markup like, the resellers on Amazon that charge three times as much. Yeah. So why not? What am I going to, well, first of all, what am I going to do? Say no, return it.
Can you jump out of the second story of your house into the pool?
I don't have a second story on my house. So the answer is no.
How about the roof?
I could probably jump off the roof and no, I would probably break my neck.
It's 4 feet.
It's 4 feet deep. It's not giant. We're not I call it a white trash pool. It's a perfectly suitable white trash pool for the backyard for the summer.
Right.
It'll be fun for everyone in the family to kind of like lay in a water hammock and drink some drinks.
Drink.
A water hammock.
A water hammock is it's like mesh in the middle, but floaties on the ends.
Oh, this is a real thing. I thought you
lay in the mesh. And it kind of, so you actually kind of feel like you're in the water, but you're not like sinking, obviously.
I thought
your head is still above water.
I thought because your pool was so shallow, you were just referring to it as a water hammock. But no, there's an actual thing called a water hammock. I've learned something.
That's an actual thing.
That's great. I don't have that.
Yeah, it should be fun. I hope.
It should be fun. I hope it is. Yeah, it's a pool.
It's a pool.
If it wasn't fun.
Well, I know. It even has a ladder. This one comes with a ladder, unlike last year's pool, which was just like, I don't know. You
just fall in. You just take a running stab at it and fall over the side.
Right. That's not, you're on your own getting into the pool and out.
This one came with a little ladder that we had to build.
You got a pool. If you want to figure out how to get in and out, that's you're on your own time. Mm-hmm. You're only paying like $175 at Target.
Exactly.
So how did you get in? Did you put something to step on last year? I'm interested in how you got in over, like, I'm assuming what was like a 4 foot tall wall around.
No, the wall itself was only 3 feet. So the water was probably like 2 feet 10 inches.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then
That's
you
like a water hammock.
I was able to like maneuver myself over that. But this is, you need a ladder. Now you need a ladder. We can't maneuver ourselves over this. It's not full yet. It's been about 2 days. It'll probably take a third day to fill it up with water. And that'll be that.
Updates. You know what you should do? Oh, this is perfect. And we have a news item about this later in the show. You can, now that you have a pool, you're allowed on Twitch to stream yourself in a bathing suit. So I think, and I see a lot of streamers making a big money.
You know who's not going to do that? Me.
Big money.
It's okay.
You get some weights. You do supernatural. Well, you can't because it doesn't work outside during the day.
Outside during the day.
Right. Nighttime.
Yeah.
After hours with Wombat, topless.
But basically, the
backyard.
plan for the summer is to just never leave the backyard.
Topless.
Just
Topless.
Mm-hmm.
TOPLESS.
It's almost
topless.
ready. Yeah. It's not quite a cabin in the woods, but it'll do.
That's right. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So in my backyard, I've got I've got something else going on. The raccoons are back, and they're big, and they're tearing up my lawn. So I've come up with, using technology, I'm trying to find a solution, because people are saying that it's grubs. They're coming and they're eating your grubs or whatever that is. So I looked up grubs, and if you have grubs, they fuck up your whole lawn. Like, it makes your lawn look shitty.
The raccoons are helping you.
So, but I don't have grubs because my lawn only looks shitty because the raccoons are eating it, not because of the grubs. The rest of the lawn looks fine.
Why are the raccoons eating your grass? It doesn't make sense.
They're making a hole in it, and they're eating bugs in it, I think, is what they're doing. I don't think they're grubs necessarily. I think they're just
Can't you just leave out a trash can?
Do you have voles? Maybe it's voles that the raccoons are eating.
Voles with a V?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a fancy mole.
Yeah, it's a fancy mole.
Oh.
It's a mole from Russia.
Are they small, like little? Because the holes aren't that big.
They're little.
Yeah, they're like this big.
They're cute.
Wait, move your hand around, Wombat. I can't see. It's like 3 inches.
They're
The holes aren't that big, though, maybe. Sometimes they are, but sometimes
they
not.
don't go in sideways. They go in.
They're not deep, though. I don't know. I'm not sure. Anyway, so my idea was I have the smart sprinkler, and I got the Ring camera. And I thought, like, if I could figure out a way to get that going together, maybe I could have the sprinkler go off when the camera detects the raccoons at a certain time. And it turns out you can do that with, if this, then that. And you sign up for their pro subscription. You can, like, make fancy shit happen and use JavaScript to have the times and everything. Anyway, in theory, this is totally going to work. But right now, like, there's like sometimes it works instantly, and sometimes there's like a 3-hour delay. So we're trying to figure out.
You know what you do? You get a raccoon trap.
I'm not doing that.
You put the bait in, and you trap one raccoon, and you leave the trapped raccoon right in the middle of the yard, so the other raccoons know, don't fuck with that house.
I feel like that's gonna
unless
piss
they
them
want to
off.
come by and visit Papa. Oh, Papa!
Right.
What?
Give me some food. We have some
food.
We have some food for you. So I know one of my
There's
neighbors.
a little cup on the side.
One of my neighbors took like a flying squirrel or something, and he like trapped it because it was like coming into his house somehow, and he trapped it, and then he put it in his car and drove away like far, and the thing came back to his house. So because I've seen some people do that with raccoons. They actually put them in traps and they drive them out to the woods or something and let them go. Like, I'm not doing that. Like I'm not getting that close. These things are big. They're like dogs, they're like dog size. I saw one I was taking a shower last night after table tennis. I was playing table tennis in my backyard till like 9:00. I get in the shower like right after. I think the raccoon was just waiting for me to finish playing table tennis, and he's immediately there. And I'm in the shower and I'm tapping on the window. I see the light. I have motion sensitive lights now in the backyard, so I can get better video footage. And I don't know, hoping it would scare away the raccoons. They don't seem too bothered. Some of them seem bothered by the lights, but not that much. I still have holes in my backyard.
And you have a bat box, right? That doesn't help.
The bats aren't going to fuck with the raccoons, are they?
I don't know. They might. They might scare the raccoons away.
They're like, I don't know. They work together to fuck up my shit.
Together? Okay. I'm just thinking out loud here.
No, bats are going to eat the mosquitoes.
Mhm.
I need something to eat the raccoons. And you know what? My neighbor
Get
told
a
me.
dog.
Not doing that. My neighbor told me that they put out food for the raccoons. Do you think
That's nice of them.
But do you think that's like the raccoons are going to the neighbor's house, getting like a nice meal, and then they're coming to my lawn for just like some insect dessert or moles or something? Like maybe they didn't get their fill.
So is this the same neighbor that's dropping rocks in your backyard?
Different neighbor. This is my 94-year-old neighbor or something like that.
She's purposely feeding the raccoons?
They're a married couple. They are purposely feeding the raccoons. I think their philosophy is if we feed the raccoons, they won't knock over our garbage cans.
Huh.
I mean, I just put the bungee cord on the garbage can, and
I would think that's just going to attract more raccoons.
Yeah, I would think so too. But
I'm just saying, we haven't had a raccoon in the backyard since we got the dog.
But what if I start pissing in the backyard? What if I start pissing and shitting in the backyard? Could that have a similar effect?
It might have a similar effect. I mean, there's probably some sort of musk you can get if you really wanted to look into it to keep raccoons away. I bet they sell that.
Elon or Kimball?
Then Cheapy just sprays that all over himself. Is that how that works?
I'm counting on my if this then that protocol, my Raccoon Defense Force protocol. Of
course, you got to out technology the raccoons. I think everybody knows that.
You can run the sprinkler for 1 minute, and it makes a huge noise when it comes.
He's going to walk outside, and the sprinkler's going to be on, and he's going to see raccoons in little bathing suits.
They're going to be like
little brushes, scrubbing themselves.
Right. It's not a 4-foot pool, but it's it's a water park. I feel like once I get this,
thumbs, they're gonna be like, "Hey, thanks, man."
My goal,
thanks for the shower.
My goal is just to get good lit video footage of raccoons being scared by sprinklers. That's what I want. Is that too much? And them to not eat my lawn.
They're gonna care. I think they're gonna just like look at it, and then they're just gonna like go like, well, I guess I'm wet now.
Yeah,
right.
You know what raccoons are familiar with? Rain.
But
you know
the
what
noise.
happens when it rains and you're a raccoon? Do you know what happens when it rains? Yeah, you get wet. They get wet.
But it makes a hissing sound when the air comes out of the sprinkler. When you first fire it up, it's pretty scary. Like I did catch a squirrel getting scared by it.
You know what I've never seen? A raccoon scared by a snake. Raccoons. I think a raccoon could take a snake. So a raccoon's gonna hear and it's gonna go, ooh, snake snacks.
Yes, one of the listeners on Twitter told me he didn't think it was going to work because he found a raccoon in his backyard and he tried to like chase it away, and then the raccoon started chasing him, and the raccoon was holding actually some cat food that he had stolen from the guy's house or shed or whatever, and was chasing the guy while holding the cat food, like up on two legs, like, and he said he was fast too. So I don't know. Maybe what about like? Hasn't anybody invented like an automated sentinel that could just like stays charged up in your backyard, and when the raccoons come, it rolls out and just it could either like give them a little
like
shock.
The thing at Stop and Shop.
Yeah, like the thing at Stop and Shop, but more menacing. Like Marty, but like more compact, waterproof, like tread. I'm thinking tank treads, and I'm thinking like cattle prod.
So if you're just concerned with the raccoons, I think you could get one of those drone lawnmowers. It's like the Roomba of lawnmowers.
Okay.
Oh, and then you could run it down and you'll go.
And you could just have that. You could just be mowing your yard at night. I'm sure your neighbors would love it.
Yes, I think running the sprinkler for 1 minute is
what
preferable.
If you just mowed for like a minute?
Is it electric or?
Yeah, it's a Roomba.
Oh, so it's probably quiet. I heard one of my neighbors.
It's a Roomba lawnmower.
We went for a walk the other day, and I saw a guy with an electric lawnmower. I never seen that before. It was really quiet. I was impressed. I don't have much lawn to mow. Anyway, so yeah, I got the raccoon issue. I'll let you know if
if none of this works.
Yes.
My final recommendation:
move
a dome.
A dome, or just dig up the lawn. We don't use the lawn for anything anyway. Like it's pointless.
Just pave it over.
Yeah,
you can make it like a ping pong court.
Exactly, another ping pong court. A bigger one.
Or skate park.
Skate park, also a good idea. Because the lawn, we can't even do anything with our lawn because if you try to kick a ball or throw a ball, it could just easily go down a hill and you'll never see it again.
You've already got the concrete.
We have some concrete. It's coming down. They were pouring concrete today, actually. I just try not to look. I don't know. There's some show feedback about that, about the concrete, but we'll get to that. I have to ask you an important question first.
Okay.
Since everybody's in this Zoom meeting is vaccinated, I noticed on the Orange Theory Instagram yesterday, they announced that if you are vaccinated, you no longer need to wear a mask when you come to Orange Theory. Now, they will not be asking for any proof of your vaccination. They will
no, fuck that.
They will be asking people if they've been vaccinated, and maybe there's some more specific questions about it, like where did you do it? I don't know, but I know they're not going to be asking for cards. So Wombat says, fuck that.
Well, here's the thing. In New York,
Yes.
there's such a thing called the Excelsior Pass. Did you download yours?
Excelsior. No. What does that do for me?
I'll try to hold it up to the camera without showing too much.
Excelsior Pass. I can't see. What is it?
See anything.
What is it? Just tell us what it is.
It's an app that's done by the state, and it's basically a card that shows that you're vaccinated, and it can be scanned in certain like medical locations also to show what your vaccination was and when you got it and all that fun stuff. But it's proof of vaccination that you keep on your phone. And there are certain places in New York that are already saying when you come in, you either need to bring your card, the physical card that I have,
right,
or just show the app. So if they're not, so the fact that this is a business in New York,
yes,
that can't even just say, well, it just at minimum show us the app.
But it's easier just to show the card. Why even have to show an app? I have a card in my wallet.
I feel like it's easier to show an app than a card, but it doesn't matter. Even either or. I think it's easier to open the app.
I think the idea is they know they can ask for proof, but they're choosing not to.
That's what I mean. They're choosing not to because they just don't want people to wear masks, I guess. But that's just asking for someone.
I don't know that it's that.
Right.
I think it's they just don't want to upset people.
That's what I mean. So what?
Same thing.
So what?
They don't want
You're
the
gonna
Karens
upset people.
and Kevins. What's the male Karen? Is Kevin?
I don't know. Good enough.
Ken? Yeah.
Then everyone should still wear a mask. They're afraid that the people are gonna lie or complain. Why does he get to and I don't get to? That's some bullshit.
No, it's people complaining that why should they need to show it? That's what the complaints are.
I'm not a sheep.
Right?
I'm free. Why do I have to show you my papers?
Right. It's like they're gonna
because there's a pandemic. It's I don't care.
Well, I know you don't care, but you're not running.
I'm saying I don't care that these people are going to complain. And if a business cares that much, then they need to just say, then everyone needs to keep wearing a mask.
I don't mind. Well, they don't need to do that.
I don't think they need to do that.
I think they need to err on the side of safety.
But the idea is,
you don't run the companies.
I know I don't run the companies. I'm saying I wouldn't go to Orange Theory.
You're not going to go to Orange Theory already.
As soon as you found out there's no drinks there, there's no orange slushies there, you were totally not interested.
If I was cheapy, I would not go because it's not safe.
Are you saying even with a mask? Even with a mask, I shouldn't go?
I don't know. It's a tough choice because there's going to be people.
I'm vaccinated though. I'll be vaccinated. I'm not going to get sick.
Vaccinated.
I'm not going to get sick.
He's getting the other people sick.
Is your son vaccinated yet?
No, but we were appointed. We got appointments rather.
Then until he's vaccinated and fully vaccinated, you should either wear a mask at Orange Theory or not go.
I don't mind wearing the mask because I'm feel like I'm being tortured anyway, and at least the coaches can't see the look of torture on my face because I've had the coaches.
There's going to be people in that class line.
Probably
because there's going to be people in that class line because this is Long Island and it's the land of people who believe that they're better than everyone else. So
that's where you live, right?
Yeah, it's where I live.
Okay.
I don't know.
People are going to be lying. So you need to make a decision yourself. Do I want to make sure that my family is safe? Yes, you.
No, just
so
do
it's
it.
Your choice. Do I? Because now it's all on you.
Why am I so fired up about this?
Because it really pisses me off that they're not asking for proof. I think it's irresponsible. I think it's dangerous, and people will die. There is no middle ground.
Wait,
yes.
What if everybody's vaccinated? Are we all gonna die?
Because not everyone is vaccinated.
But what if we are though?
Then they need to prove it. Show your goddamn card.
I think a lot of people here are vaccinated.
It's real easy to show a card. If not everyone is vaccinated and people who are not vaccinated are going to lie, they are not going to wear their masks. They're going to be in that class with someone that is carrying that disease and they will die. That is how this thing
Wombat,
works.
You know, though, the same people who are going to lie about that would just get a counterfeit whatever they need to show if they truly wanted to do that.
Yes, I know that there are the counterfeit CDC cards, but I mean, it's a step. At least it's something. To just do nothing, I think, is irresponsible and dangerous, and I would never step foot in that establishment again.
At least you're not taking an extreme stance. I don't know what I'll do. I don't mind wearing the mask. The coach once told me that I make ridiculous faces during the workout and made me feel pretty self-conscious. I mean, it didn't make me feel self-conscious because I had these mirrors there, so I fucking know. I'm aware. But so if people can't see me, and I can burp really much freer with a mask on. Like people don't know what's going on. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm going to go on Friday, so I got some time.
You're gonna wear a mask?
I'm going to think about it. I've got some time.
You have an unvaccinated child at home, I'd wear a mask.
He's not gonna
I'm just saying, he's your son, not mine.
I know.
It's up to you if you want him to, I don't know, see college or not.
A lot of 13-year-olds getting very sick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They are?
Enough.
Okay.
Enough where I wouldn't risk it. I'm just saying.
I know. Okay. I will think about it. I didn't mean to upset you. I'm sorry.
It does. It did
upset you. You know, the Instagram, I was expecting people to flip out on the Instagram post, but people would just ask, oh, you're not going to ask for any proof? And they were like, nope. And there was no follow-up. Anyway, let's do some show feedback so you can settle down, Wombat.
Gota, Gota, says, Cheapy, it's time to feed the effing rage. Why would anyone put up with this? You let a neighbor walk all over you, and it's not going to stop.
Everybody's very extreme, I'm noticing.
Yep. And then he goes on to talk about his own story with a neighbor in his yard. I actually like this story. Years ago, we had a new neighbor, and suddenly there was a tree guy in my yard looking at trees to cut down. The new neighbor said it was interfering with his view. He was from Florida and said that is normal down there. He learned that it isn't normal in the Northeast and learned that we weren't the only neighbors whose property the tree guy was about to work on without permission. Stand up for yourself before you get an oops as a heavy concrete bowling ball or tree or something else crashes into your house. Living in Japan made you way too polite. So have there been any incidents with the backdoor neighbor?
No. There's no more incidents. They did start working again this week. They're digging up, but no more incidents. I'm not looking. Why are people looking to start feuds with their neighbors? Don't you want to de-escalate the situation?
I'll tell you what. If I woke up in the morning and there was a man in my backyard getting ready to cut down a tree that I didn't ask to get cut down,
yes,
I would freak out.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's different. His story is a whole different ball of wax. There was someone on his
I would
property.
go out and talk to them.
Yes.
Yes. No, I would tell the man about to cut down my tree, no, and please leave. And I'm sure he would say, okay, I'm sorry to bother you. And I would say, no problem, just get out. And then I would go to the neighbor and be like, what the fuck is your problem?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to go to my neighbor and say, what the fuck is your problem? Because something fell onto my property. There was no damage. There was no harm done. It was, could they have been safer about it? Yes. Could there be some problem in the near future? Yes. But I let them know about it. And these guys just moved in.
Did you at least ask them to buy you a helmet?
I didn't. Look, let's put it this way. I'm not going to be sitting in my chairs.
You know what it is? You got lucky because there was no damage.
What if you had them work at night?
To scare the raccoons away.
Scare the raccoons.
It's not allowed.
Raccoons don't like concrete footers.
It's not
throw it at them.
Unfortunately, there are hours set that you have to do your construction during, and it's
this guy doesn't seem to care.
he's yeah. Anyway, the point is, I'm not looking to start fights with people. If it gets to the point where it's ridiculous, if something happens again, then we're gonna have a talking about it.
That's the question. The
of
question
course.
is, has anything happened?
No,
since?
nothing has happened.
That's all I wanted to know.
That's all. I appreciate everybody's concern, but everything's okay now. And I I'm not, look, let's put it this way. When they're digging up there, I'm not sitting in my chairs out in the backyard where that fucking thing fell like 2 feet from. I'll wait until they're done for the day before I sit out there.
If something else fell and hit your chairs, then chairs broke.
Yes.
Would you send the guy a bill for the chairs?
I wouldn't send him a bill. I would go up and just tell him I need new chairs.
How do you send bills?
I don't know.
Via the mail?
Metaphorically send him a bill
I would
for the
talk
chairs.
to the man.
Sorry, I forgot I was talking to the
These
literal
people
duo.
are not assholes. They're trying to build the backyard for themselves, and like they're not looking to fuck my shit up. And of course, if something got damaged, I'm sure they would pay for it. I'm sure they would insist on it. Like, I don't know, like where you live, Wombat, but people are not looking to like break stuff willingly and then be like, well, it's not my problem. I broke it just because my part of my house fell on your property and broke your chairs. Those are your chairs. That's your property. Once it falls off my house onto your property, that's your property. So it's your property breaking your property.
I think, you know what? I have some neighbors where I think that might be the case, but others where it wouldn't. I think that's a per neighbor situation.
Right. See, I don't know. I also feel like I'm significantly larger than all my neighbors, and for all they know, I'm a skinhead. Like I'm just like a tall skinhead who moved here or something, and I could cut him or something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anyone thinks that.
They don't.
No.
In Japan, they thought like I was in the army at least because like I had the shaved head, and they thought there's army bases in Japan for American armies.
Yes, that is a reason why Americans are in Japan.
So
it's like a top 5 reason for an American to be in Japan for more than a week.
Well, if you're in like Okinawa, it is like all the people there are like there's major bases there. So every time like I was in public, people would look at me. Major bases
is one of the military officers that I like a lot.
Major bases.
Major bases.
Anyway, there's more show feedback here, Wombat. Let's move on.
Crazy Ad 8 has to say, me and my girlfriend had a low dose edible while watching Elon Musk on SNL, and we were laughing our asses off. Wombat, after 25 years of SNL and New York finally legalizing weed, I suggest that you give that a try. It will improve the show tenfold. I'm sure it'll improve every show tenfold if I'm looking to laugh at stuff. But then I'm not laughing at the show anymore.
The best thing about this post is that it assumes that because you've watched SNL for 25 years that you need some sort of drug at this point. It's forced you to this point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I guess that's what it takes to make Elon a good actor. Make his comedic timing on point.
There were also some people that were upset that we didn't mention that there was a Wario sketch on that SNL. There was a Wario sketch on that SNL.
You're the one who watched it. You're the one who watched every sketch since 1985.
Pretty much.
Did you, Michael Che was on Howard Stern today, and it was a very good interview.
I watched 2 episodes of his show.
It's good, right?
Yeah, it was funny.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Ellen Cleghorn is old. She was a regular on SNL in the early 90s, and she played his mom in one of the sketches. And it was weird because I don't think I've seen her on TV since 1993. And when there's that weird gap of 30 years, you're like, wait, that person looks familiar. You ever happen to you?
Justine Bateman.
Yeah, that's another good
example. She has like an eating disorder or something, I think.
Yes.
She had some other issue.
No.
Speaking of issues, May is Make NF Visible Month. This is a very big issue, and we are raising money and awareness for the Children's Tumor Foundation all month long. This is our 3rd show. So you guys probably know already all about neurofibromatosis, and maybe you can even pronounce it as adeptly as I can. Right, Wombat?
Yes.
Say it.
Neurofibromatosis.
No, really. Let me hear you say it.
It is.
It's hard.
You don't have it on the outline.
It is. It's right there. It's the first word.
Oh, it is the first word. I'm reading the bold.
Shipwreck did it. I want
neurofibromatosis.
It's hard. It's hard. So
neurofibromatosis?
Most people, yes, that's correct. Most people call it NF, though. It's an under-recognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to form on nerves throughout the body. And those tumors can cause disfigurement, pain, cancer, blindness, all kinds of horrible things. It affects millions of people worldwide, and we're raising money and awareness. So we got a raffle going right now. If you go to tinyurl.com/CTF21 For every $5 you donate, you'll get a one raffle entry. You can win a $100 gift card to the retailer of your choice. And we've got a couple $50 donations in just now. One is from the GFB. He says, love the CAGcast, love you guys, and happy to donate to such a worthy cause. And Roland13X donated 50, and he says, love you guys, thrilled you're finally discovering good VR. Now, please talk more about some awesome Apple Arcade games. Again, that's tinyurl.com/CTF21. We're up to almost $800. So yeah, we're on our way to our goal of 1,000. So thank you very much. And now let us move on to Watch This, Boys.
What are you watching?
Did I talk about the crime of the century? I think I did.
I feel like you talked
Yes.
about it like 9 times.
No,
or you
no.
just
This is the
talked
one
about it.
the drugs.
Yeah,
and
you talked
stuff.
about it for
Opioids.
like
Opioids.
Yeah.
I
You
think
gotta
you
watch it.
talked about it longer than the actual
Stop it.
documentary is.
No, it's only the actual movie is only 4 hours long. 2 parts.
Our
We finished it.
Chartable dropped in real time while you were talking about this documentary.
Chartable doesn't track in real time.
It does when you talk about that documentary.
It's excellent. It's really excellent. We finished it. I highly recommend it. I know not for you guys perhaps, but our listeners at home. It's pretty fucking shocking. Yes.
Have you started watching For All Mankind yet?
No, it's on the menu. I
Okay.
bring it up every night. I present the choices to Mrs. Cheapy, and there's always one of the choices. But we keep discovering new things. And another documentary, this is just a straightforward one-shot movie that I highly recommend called Assassins. Wombat, pay attention.
I am.
Are you familiar with the assassination of Kim Jong-il's brother?
Brother. The
Kim
one
Jong
wasn't he killed in an
Nam.
airport?
Killed in an airport. Yes. So
Nope, never heard of him.
This is the story about that, and it is unbelievable. If you don't know the details
Wasn't
of
he
it.
killed by his brother?
Yeah, it was a political assassination,
Yeah.
basically. I mean, the dictator did not show up at the airport and murder his
I'm
brother.
more of an Archduke Francis Ferdinand kind of guy, but sure.
This is unbelievable how they just the plot that they implemented to murder him was like so simple and so genius at the same time. I don't want to ruin it because if you don't know the details, do you remember any of the details from the news at the time? Like how he was killed or anything like that?
Wasn't it like a poison, but it was like administered, like someone walked by and did the quick jab walk away?
Close enough.
Yeah, the quick jab walk away.
I don't want to
That's a
ruin it
technique
because I feel like
that
if you
spies use.
I mean, you're not completely wrong, but I don't want to ruin the details because the details are what makes this story incredible. So if you don't know anything about it, it's all the more incentive that you should watch this. It's called Assassins. It's on Stars.
Okay, I have that.
Oh, okay. Stars? Yeah. Otherwise, you can rent it. But it's
Don't
only
you
an
have
hour and a half.
everything?
What's that?
Yeah.
Don't you have everything other
Me?
than Apple TV?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Good. So it's only
I
an
don't
hour and a
have
half.
Peacock. Does that count?
Watch this with Laura. I think she would like it.
She probably would.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. You'd be like, your mouth will be open for a lot of it.
She's familiar with the quick jab walk away.
Okay, good. Is that like your sex life?
That was the joke. Yes.
Good. Excellent.
Welcome to the joke.
Another show that I watched was a new show on HBO Max called Hacks.
Is that any good?
It's pretty good. Yeah, we watched the first 2 episodes.
It's pretty good doesn't mean it's good.
It's funny. I like it. We'll continue to watch it. We've only watched 2
That is
episodes.
the Gene Smart comedy about a washed up celebrity.
She's a stand-up comedian. She's not washed up. She's peaked. She's past her peak. She's on the way
Older
down.
celebrity.
She's on the way down, but she's very successful. And she has to hire like an up-and-coming writer, basically. And it's like, they clash to hilarious consequences. It's funny. It's definitely laugh out loud funny. Yeah, I like it. And it has some sex in it.
Cool.
Not Jean. What's her name? Jean Smart.
Gene Smart.
Yeah, I didn't see her have sex in it, but the
Designing
younger
Women.
woman has the sex in
Did
it.
you watch Designing Women when it was on?
No, was she on that?
She was on that. She was one of the Designing Women. Yeah.
She's also in another HBO show called Mayor of Easttown, which we talked about before, and I'm
Yes.
trying to convince you to watch that.
I will. It's not that I don't want to. I just haven't.
I think it's only 6 episodes and they're on episode 5 because it seems to be, we watched the 5th episode and they seem to be wrapping it up. So it must only be one more episode left, but that's excellent too. And she's amazing in it. She's really funny in it. That show, it's a very unique show. As your friend Jason Isbell pointed out on Twitter, Shipwreck, that it's like a sort of a dark detective, gritty detective show, but it's got like, there's at least one laugh out loud moment every episode. It's unique in that way. So that's what I've been watching. Do you have your review of Saturday Night Live, Wombat?
I did watch the Keegan Michael Key episode of Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
It was I'd say above par, a better than average episode. There was some mixed feelings on the opening. I liked the concept of the opening. I didn't love it. But there's been worse. The highlights were they did a spoof of The Last Dance. Shipwreck,
I saw that skit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Shipwreck, I feel like you would like that.
I pick and choose like skits. Like if they get up enough traction to like come across my way and it looks like something I'd be interested in, that's when I bite the bullet and watch something from
I was gonna say that's pretty much your wheelhouse. So if you didn't like that, you probably wouldn't have liked much of anything.
It was funny. Like,
you know what?
Could have been better, but it was funny. I like it.
Was a little too mean-spirited for me. I felt like it was a little bit of a punch down, but I don't know. That's just me.
A little bit. Not too much, but
no, I wasn't offended.
When you're Michael Jordan, it's hard to not like, where do you punch up at?
Yeah, well, it was that, and also I think I don't know. Anyway, it was fine. The Muppet sketch was probably the big highlight.
7.5.
Yeah, the Muppet sketch was funny as hell. So,
I gotta watch that. I haven't watched any clips.
That was a good one. That's worth your time. That's 5 minutes of your life that you can spare.
Fair enough.
But it was pretty funny, and also that sketch must have cost a fortune because they made their own Muppets. So,
is it expensive to make Muppets?
I would assume.
Is there a Muppet shortage?
Couldn't have been cheap. They made like 5 Muppets, so whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. 7.5. What's the number? I feel like you need a number rating for every episode. That's
pretty good. I would say a 7.5 is fair.
Are you using the full scale though, or are we doing half scale? Like decimals, like
no, yeah, out of 10 to 7.5 out of 10. That's
Are you using the whole decimal scale though? It's important to know.
Yeah, I'm using
Okay.
I could go to a 7.8.
Okay, good. Good. If it warranted that. Okay.
If it warranted that.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. I need to know.
Yeah.
All right, new feature on the show, guys. We're coming up with new segments left and right here. We may need some new theme music. Where's who's the guys that wrote the theme song? Silent Sound Guy and Red Tank. You guys got to get back to get in the studio, I think. We got some $50 donations coming in for Children's Tumor Foundation. Nuclear Monster says Free Palestine, and Dan says nothing. There it is. You're updated now.
Cool.
I'll say your political messages if you're going to donate $50. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'm not going to say some racist stuff, but like, if you have, Yeah. Anyway, this is not IGN. We'll take your donations. We'll send you links, everything. Where are we, Wombat?
Do we want to talk about our friends at HelloFresh?
Why not?
Well, did you know that with HelloFresh, you get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door?
Obviously, I know that.
You could skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. And that's why it's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and getting dinner on the table in about 30 minutes or less. You can try meals that are ready in 20 minutes or less, lightning prep recipes, quick breakfasts and lunches perfect for busy schedules. They offer 25 plus recipes to choose from each week. From vegetarian meals to craft burgers and extra special gourmet options, there's something for everyone to enjoy, with all recipes designed and tested by professional chefs and nutritional experts to ensure deliciousness and simplicity. There is a wide variety of easy, delicious options for all 3 meals a day, plus every snack and special treats in between. HelloFresh has been named Newsweek's most trusted meal kit company of 2021 with over 4 million households served. I had HelloFresh for dinner tonight. I made the Dijon cranberry pork chops with roasted Brussels sprouts and roasted root vegetables. I had roasted parsnips and carrots, and it was so good. It was so good.
I had the mushroom ravioli with zucchini and tomato in like a cream sauce. And
I've had that before. It's a good
I
one.
had never had that one before. It was excellent.
I also had the Baja Barramundi, which is
You had 2 of them tonight?
no, that was last night. Last night I had the Baja Barramundi. No, the chimichurri Barramundi. I'm sorry, I sometimes get them mixed up.
I had that
I
too.
had the chimichurri Barramundi. I made the chimichurri sauce. That's one of my favorites. We make that every time we can. It has the couscous. I'm a big fan. What else can I say?
I made the skin so crispy last night.
Yep.
It was so good.
My wife was very impressed with my crispy skin. She complimented me on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a huge fan of the skin, no matter how crispy, but that's okay. She gets 2 servings of crispy skin.
Nice. She wins.
Yes. And for those who are wondering how this affects our partnership with Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh. And with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I love switching between the brands, and now our listeners can enjoy both brands at a discount with the CAGcast. Just go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast12 and use code CAGcast12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com/CAGcast12 and use code CAGcast12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kits.
Nicely done, Wombat.
Thank you.
Let's move on. Oh, some shopping news. I thought Shipwreck would enjoy this because it's Target related.
Sure.
Did you know that Target isn't going to not sell, they're not going to be selling Pokemon cards anymore?
It's not just Pokemon cards. It's baseball
cards.
cards and basketball cards. They're still selling hockey cards because apparently
Nobody's
there weren't
waiting for
massive lines for the hockey cards.
Is that true? Or you?
It is, no, I'm 100% serious. You can walk into Target. There's signs up that in the card section that says, like, as of May 14th, I think it was, we're no longer selling Pokemon, MLB, NBA. There might have been 1 or 2 other ones, but then what they have left is
women's basketball and hockey and table tennis.
There's an entire wall of Magic the Gathering cards, and then there's like a little box of hockey cards you can choose from.
Yep, they still got the table tennis cards. Yes,
nice.
That's pretty funny.
This is a temporary thing, I think,
until they figure out how to do this
sure.
without people having a problem.
Yeah. I mean, that's it. Like the same measure, like they had, they've got a lot of stuff now where they're like putting up like printed out signs, like just like white pieces of paper with black text on them that are like 1 per person, 1 per household. Like they had some fancy Ninja Turtle figures of like the frogs and the dinosaur characters from Ninja Turtles. And yeah, I forget, they were pretty expensive. I don't remember if they were like $60, but it was like, you can only get one of these, guys.
My Target's had signs like that by the Toys Forever, that that only 1 per customer for collector's items.
Please don't fight over the toys.
Yeah, but they don't usually enforce it.
No, I don't think they've. Honestly, I don't know. I've never tried, but
please do not fight other customers over children's toys.
It's the employees that they're worried about. They don't care if the customers are fighting.
Oh, because they're reselling, or
no, it's just the safety of their employees and their employees having to deal with it. That's their angle. They don't really care if people are in there buying too many baseball cards.
Right.
I have been in my Target when like the Hot Wheels shipment comes in. I have seen that situation, and that every time I'm shocked. Every time. You think
who's waiting for the Hot Wheels? What does that crowd look like?
Oh my god! It's like, and it's
50-year-old men.
Yeah, it's 50-year-old men, and they are standing there and they wait, and they put them on the shelves, and they're like, because they have them on the thing. And I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like, literally like, maybe they have the new Batmobile. That's literally all I care about. I know those don't go up in price like the other Hot Wheels. I don't care.
Are they looking to resell them, or are they looking to put them on a shelf somewhere?
There are chase Hot Wheels. There are certain Hot Wheels that are like worth money. Don't ask me which ones are and which ones aren't. I do not know. I just know that it's a thing. And they go and they look up and they're like, and they try to find it. And the guy's going to find the one. He's like, oh my God, I got the Volkswagen Beetle in my hand. This is it. Everyone's going to college. And he puts it in his cart, and that's it.
And he makes $10.
Right. He makes $10.
Exactly. Like, it's like these things are 99 cents each. Just whole thing into your cart, and you've saved yourself all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah, it's real depressing going to toy aisles right now in stores because
it's all for adults.
No, there's nothing there. There's nothing in the toy aisles. Like, if you go to Walmart, it's like you can buy some Ghostbusters, or you can buy. There's Transformers. There's like 3 different lines Lego of Transformers sets right now.
Lego sets.
But I'm just talking about like the action figure aisle.
Yeah. Wow.
Like you've got your fully stocked Ghostbusters of all your different varieties that you could want of Ghostbusters.
But those are not children's toys either. They're still adult collectibles. The Marvel Legends are all adult.
No, the Ghostbusters are kids' toys as well.
The $20 ones?
No, they have the ones that are the 1980s toys or the 90s toys as well.
See, we're talking about 2 different things.
They're both there, but yeah. No, the $20 Ghostbuster figures are
for adults. That's all I have in my store, the ones for adults. They have,
you don't have like Ghost Poppers and stuff?
Nope.
Dashiell wants one of those Ghost Poppers. You remember the Ghost Popper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ghost Popper was awesome. It was like a big Nerf gun.
Oh, yeah.
It had like the big yellow,
yep.
Like, I don't know, cylinders. I don't know what those things were supposed to be.
Right.
But it would be nice to be able to go to the toy aisle and have the toys actually be for my children, as opposed to having the toys be for people my age to collect. I would gladly never see a $20 Marvel Legend again if all the Marvel toys were a little less stylized than $9.99 and aimed at kids to play with.
They have those now. There's that new mech.
Those are not for children either, though. They come in those funky packages. They're small. They're not durable.
The mech ones. The new mech ones. They're $10.
No, I have not seen new mech ones.
Mech Assault or something like that.
Ugh, interesting. I'll have to keep an eye out.
They've got the Captain Americas and the Spider-Mans.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer to me. All I have in mind are the Shang-Chi movie Marvel Legends. That's it. That's all they got.
Those are sticking around.
Yeah.
Because still nobody knows what that is.
Nobody knows.
I don't think any kid wants an Aquafina action figure that costs $23.
The drink?
Aquafina, the actress. She's one of the Shang-Chi figures.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you're talking about all kinds of things. I have no idea what you're just spouting nonsense now.
But they have there's literally 15 of them on the shelf in my Target.
Yep. They're going to be there for a while.
Yeah, probably.
Should we move on to new releases?
Sure.
There are new releases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I played one of them.
Through here, did you?
Oh, I played one also. Which one are you playing?
Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
You did get it. So
no.
Oh.
I subscribed to EA, whatever the fuck, the PC one, one. Forgot what Pro, EA Pro, maybe. Let's go with EA Pro.
So you have it on PC.
So I checked it out on PC, but am I really going to play through any Mass Effect game again?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask you. Is it worth playing through again? Like, does it look that much different? Do you feel like it's something? Do you feel like it's new? Does it feel new? Because the first Mass Effect came out a long time ago.
It did. So I fired up the second Mass Effect for some reason. I don't know why. I just said, let's just check out the second Mass Effect.
Because the second one's better.
That's probably what I was thinking.
That's probably it.
But immediately on starting it, I'm like, this is a long game. Am I going to be sitting at my computer for fucking 60 hours, 40 hours, whatever? No. The answer is no. No matter what it looks like, that's not happening. Did it look pretty good? Yeah, it looked pretty good. Is it the same though? It also doesn't look like a new game. Like it doesn't look like it just came out. It still looks like an older game.
That was really my question. Does it look like it's new?
The other problem is my computer display doesn't have HDR. So like I really need to check this out on the Xbox. So wait, EA, I've come to discover EA Play now. They've said forget about the free trials now. That's out the window, right? Because there's no free trial for this one. I checked that out.
Oh, okay. I guess not.
And so I'm like, because the app, the iPhone app, the Xbox iPhone app, let me download the full game to my Xbox. But when I tried to launch it, it says you don't own the game. So then I launched the EA Pro app or whatever, EA Play app, and it's like bare. There's nothing. There's one trial and it's FIFA or something, or UFC.
You got all rolled into Game Pass.
I know, but I think they did away with the trial thing. It's only on select games, and the only game that has a trial now is UFC, I think.
It was always on select games. So, and then once it got past that trial period, it was no longer a trial. You'd have the whole game. So
now they've selected one game for the trial.
That's probably all they've put out. What else have they put out over the last year? Right. You're not going to get the Mass Effect, which is weird because it's like you're only going to play 10 hours of it.
I know. That's why I wanted it.
You can't get through Mass Effect in 10 hours.
I know, but I only wanted 10 hours.
I would want to play through Mass Effect again. Though.
I think they probably did it because most people will buy it and only play 10 hours.
Right. That's what I was thinking. That's why I wasn't going to buy it. I would just take my 10 hours, but they thought around me.
One of my favorite game series, but no, I can't do it. I can't just sit down and play Mass Effect again.
No.
I know, it's very weird. It's also sort of like, it's been so long since there was a real Mass Effect game. I guess we could talk about Mass Effect Andromeda, but that's not really, that game was kind of garbagey. And I say that as someone who spent 70 hours playing the game.
Right.
Because I like Mass Effect that much. But that whole series was Xbox 360. All three of those games. It's just crazy to me that they slept on that franchise because, when this game came out last week, that's all people were talking about on my social media feeds was that a Mass Effect game came out as if it was something that was brand new. And it just boggles my mind that EA just was kind of like sitting on this franchise and did nothing with it for what feels like 7 years. Crazy.
I think the third Andromeda was not a success.
Andromeda was not a success because it was rushed and it was bad.
But that's when you read Jason Schreier's book, like that's all it takes. It's like one fuck up and an executive is like, well, guess that's done. Guess can't go back to that well again.
But there was still Mass Effect merchandising that seemed to be pretty successful. Despite Andromeda's performance, you would think that would be enough to make them go, well, maybe the mistake was that we didn't stick with what the people want. They want to see Commander Shepard, whoever it is. They want someone named Commander Shepard, and they want to see the letters. And it doesn't matter how they bring him back.
Right.
I guarantee
they brought him back before.
No one would care.
I just relived that.
Yeah, no one would care. All people would do is go, hey, yeah, Commander Shepard's back. He's awesome. We love Commander Shepard. Or she.
He's a robot now.
Yeah, whatever. No one cares. Commander Shepard. We love him.
He's half horse now.
Him. They. And put an N7 on the side of the ship. That's all you have to do. And they did neither one of those things in Andromeda. And,
Yeah, we won't need a new Mass Effect, I think is what you're saying.
We need a new Mass Effect. It needs to be Commander Shepard. There has to be the letters N and 7 on the side of a vehicle. And people are gonna be like, yeah, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Yeah, I wasn't like the graphics, like when you're in combat, the graphics look much more improved because everything's just so much sharper. And like when you look down the sight, like you can see the detail on the robots and stuff that you're shooting. But when you're just walking down the hallways or when you're watching the cutscenes, you're just watching basically the same stuff at higher resolution is what it looks like. Like Miranda's ass, like you can really like get a nice high res shot of Miranda's ass, but it's still the same ass.
I remember Miranda's ass.
It's the first thing that
she was on
Shepard
Chuck.
sees when he wakes up. It's that the ass is right there. That outfit
And,
looks very uncomfortable. It doesn't look like it breathes at all. It seems.
Well, you don't know what kind of material they have in the future.
I don't, but it looks tight and restrictive.
Yeah.
But it could be deceiving.
Mhm.
Anyway, so that's what I've been playing. That came out this week, I think. What have you been playing, Wombat?
I checked out Assassin's Creed Valhalla Wrath of the Druids DLC.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
I'll say that again.
Some more Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla Wrath of the Druids DLC. Yeah, it is. It's just more Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but now in Ireland.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
you
it.
go to Ireland. You have a cousin there apparently, and he's like, "Welcome to Ireland. I'm your cousin." And it's like, "You got a hammer? You could bash some heads in with me."
do you fight
like,
leprechauns?
Yeah, of course. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. So
Hopefully.
yeah. And, hey, you're right on the hurly barley, and I'm like, "Sure, I'm right here with you. Let's do it."
Oh, Antitron in the chat says that it sounds like there's leprechauns. I mean, not leprechauns, werewolves.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet. I did get a giant lynx that you could ride on, because why not?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll check it out. I have it. I might as well play it.
All right.
So.
What else we got in new releases?
Got another Leisure Suit Larry game.
I saw that.
Why?
Wet Dreams Dry Twice. That's not a good title.
What's the last Leisure Suit Larry game you guys played?
I think I may have played one
3.
in the 90s. Did that game exist in the 90s? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have
There was
been,
one on Xbox 360, I believe.
Well, that wouldn't have been the 90s.
Well, no, but I mean, it's existed in various forms.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the games now.
I definitely played the one that was on Xbox. Maybe it was the original Xbox.
Oh, I guess the first one came out in 1987. Shows what I know.
I played that one, and I played the first 3. No, the first 2. Land of the Loud Lizards and Looking for Love. And maybe one of the other ones. I didn't play any of them. I don't think I maybe tried some of the modern ones. I can't imagine that this is too good. But I don't know that there's really like a place for Leisure Suit Larry anymore in the gaming world.
They keep coming out.
Right. They're cheap to make, I think. What else we got? I see Subnautica Below Zero is on consoles. I like Subnautica. What else?
I think that's pretty much it. Solitaire card games for the Switch.
Rust.
Super shooter.
Rust is a big release, actually, for the consoles. You know Rust?
Yeah, sure. I remember Rust. I remember playing that for a couple times.
I bet you it's pretty different now, because that was like years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Interesting. That should be on Game Pass.
That's one of those survival games.
Correct. What about Opie Academy, Big Bouncy Booby Babes? That's out on
Excuse
PC.
me?
That's out on
Also
PC.
one of those survival games.
Probably coming to Switch soon. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to Wombat's Fortnightly News.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, man. What do we got? You can see I gave you a lot of stories to choose from, Wombat. You can pick and choose off of this buffet of
I know. I feel like one of
stories.
these. I don't want to.
You pick. It's your time to pick
You know what?
your favorite stories.
Let's start with this. Let's start with BioWare, since we're talking about Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no multiplayer in the Legendary Edition?
Correct.
Okay. So that's sort of weird, isn't it?
They said they needed to really focus on improving the single player, so they would not be able to focus on the multiplayer. But I guess they're open to bringing that back if they sell enough copies. I guess that's what this article says, basically. I actually really like the multiplayer in Mass Effect 3, but I don't know if I had it, if I would jump back into it again. You were the biggest fan.
I know. Well,
Project Wombat.
Project Wombat. It was named after me. So I don't know. Interesting. Just because it is one of the better multiplayer experiences that I've ever played. So
They should make it free to play.
I'd be curious to see, like, they should make that like a separate free to play thing.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, I know. I was agreeing with you.
Didn't they have some virtual currency in there for buying stuff? They
I
did.
don't know.
They definitely
maybe,
did.
Maybe.
It did for something. Maybe.
Yeah. I
Could
don't
work.
know. Mm-hmm.
What else, Wombat, in your
Uh,
fortnightly news?
Let's see. We got Dark Alliance coming to Game Pass.
Now,
That's
is this
exciting.
this is the original? Or are they remastering it? What is this?
No. The
New game.
original, the remaster version is already out, and that cost $40.
Okay.
And that's the game you've already played. There's a new one coming out that's a whole new game, and that one you've already paid for.
Is it called the same thing?
Yes.
Because I keep getting very confused because I keep seeing things and I'm like, oh, that's the old thing. Oh, wait, did they make a new game? What's going on here?
One you have to pay for and one you already paid for. And the one you already paid for is the one you're going to want to play because you've already played the one you have to pay for. Did I clear it all up?
Have you
Perfect.
watched the trailer for the new one? Because
I think I did, but then I got confused because then I started seeing screenshots of the old one.
right, it doesn't look that great from the trailer.
The old
that I
one's
watched.
great.
Yes, that one is great.
That's one that I could see myself playing again.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. I would totally play it.
Right.
Again.
I could play that again because unlike Mass Effect, I feel like I could go in a different direction. Like I feel like Mass Effect, it doesn't like, sure, I could pick a different character, I guess, but it doesn't really matter that much. Right. You're still shooting people.
Well, you have like your special moves.
It doesn't matter that much.
I'm just saying you could be like a magic guy or a missile guy.
In Mass Effect?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Shipwreck.
Yeah. What's up?
Angietron in the chat has solved it. The original is Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. The new one is Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance. Got it?
God. Yeah.
Oh my God. Come on, it's not that complicated.
No, it's not, but
why do they use the same name?
Right.
I don't
The Dark
know.
Alliance part of it is the important part.
Right.
Because
Yes.
it means you don't have to care about Baldur's Gate or Dungeons and Dragons. You care about Dark Alliance.
I don't know, but Dark Alliance by itself doesn't mean anything.
Sure it does. It means
It does?
that game. It means it means
means
this
hack
is
and
not
slash.
this is not this is just our hack and slash RPG that was fun. That we
Right.
stopped making after 2 of them.
Right. They got to bring those back.
You would
Those-
think so. I
Those
don't
would be
know.
great. Also good, like free to play games. You could sell skins for that. Like they're not probably that expensive to produce. Because like they've made free to play that what's that Path of Judgment?
Path of Exile.
Path of Exile. Free to play Diablo. Like that works. Why not free to play
People love that game.
Of course. It's how you get asses and seats. You make it free to play. People check it out, and if the game's good, people will stick around
And spend money.
and spend money. Of course.
Yeah.
What else?
Trust me, I know. I play Fortnite.
Yes, spending that money, that
know.
cash money.
I know. And people help me get money from Fortnite using my creator code. New season's coming out. Don't forget to use my creator code Wombat5277. Speaking of Fortnite, there is a new mode in Fortnite, a survival mode. It's a whole new gameplay thing where you land on the island alone. You don't get to pick where you land. You just wash up on the shore.
1
and you
versus
have to-
0?
Huh?
Did they flip this? Is it 1 versus 0 now?
It's only 12 people on the map at a time. And you can you're looking for parts of a helicopter to fly off the island. And if you do it, you do get a free umbrella if you leave the island. I got so close 3 times and I did not make it off the island yet.
But who's fighting
And-
you?
And well, there's 2 versions. You can do PvE where it's just you versus the wildlife, or you can do PvPvE where it's you versus players and the wild.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So
If you
and
like
it's
Fortnite.
if you like Fortnite, it's tough. It's a tough mode. It is very interesting. I'm not usually a survival game fan, but I do want the cool looking umbrella because I'm a Fortnite nerd.
Right.
So,
How's that Fortnite comic going? That Snake Eyes Batman.
I
issue
know.
coming
Well,
up,
I won't
right?
have that until tomorrow because it comes out tomorrow at retail. So
Who do you think's gonna win?
I think maybe they team up at the end.
Do you think that they think that they're enemies against each other, and then they
And-
find out that they're both good guys?
Yes, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think they hug at the end.
Are they going to hug at the end of that new Snake Eyes movie?
Yes. Did you watch
Okay.
that trailer?
I did watch that trailer.
Were you disappointed that he never wore a mask in the trailer and he spoke a lot? It's like, oh, do you remember me from Crazy Rich Asians? I'm so handsome. Ah, Snake Eyes.
I'm reserving judgment. I don't want to be the guy that's like, oh, this is not my Snake Eyes.
But it's not your Snake Eyes.
It's not my Snake Eyes. But maybe it'll be good.
Why? They've already proved they can't make G.I. Joe movies. Why would this one be the good one? They've already fucked up enough. They've already fucked up the character
Larry
completely.
Hama wasn't involved with the other ones in any capacity. He is involved with this one.
Yeah, I know. They're actually going to have the love interest for Snake Eyes be Scarlet. So that's got to be like at least a on the plus column for you.
Yeah, there's enough of it that's like, okay, this is just kind of like a different spin on it. It's just a, boy, that origin story better have him not talking and in that suit very quickly.
You better shut the fuck up and mask up.
It's just an origin story that's, I don't know, it's not one that I particularly need to.
No one needs to
told.
know that. Yeah, no one cares that much. It's not that we don't care. It's the mystery is better. Not knowing is better than knowing.
Well, and it's already a different origin story already exists, right?
Yes. Yes. The comic book origin story.
Yeah, where he was a
Vietnam.
Yeah, he was
vet?
Either Vietnam or Korea, I don't remember. But yeah, he was a military vet that
Wasn't it a helicopter crash or am I making that up?
I don't know. There's a lot. Seems plausible.
I know. I can't remember.
But I don't know. I'm gonna watch it, so I'll let you know how it is.
I'll watch it too. I'm sure at some point I will see the Snake Eyes movie. But yeah, I'm going
on TNT every week.
I am highly suspect of the
quality control.
Yeah.
It's just really weird to not have him in the suit. Like, I feel like other movies have done this and failed before, right? Like, where you don't put the person in the suit soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every movie, every bad action movie.
Except for it's why Iron Man worked so well. Because he actually gets into the suit like a half hour in.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like, oh, look, he's in a suit. It may not be the suit, but it's a suit. I don't know. Yeah. Superheroes need to be in their costumes.
What else you got here in Wombat's Fortnite?
Are you gonna pick up the action hero stuff for Call of Duty?
Didn't I did I say that they should do this like 2 months ago or something? Or did I read that they were doing this 2 months ago and talk about it?
I think maybe when we talked about Arnold Schwarzenegger being in Fortnite, you said they should have similar characters or these characters would make more sense in Call of Duty.
Right. I think that's what happened because I feel like the audience, the player base is a little older for Call of Duty than Fortnite. It would make
Fair
sense.
enough.
And I mean, I don't think they're all like almost 50 like me, but
is this trying to distract them from the toy aisle? I'm for this if it makes them not hang out in the Target or Walmart toy aisles.
This is
so I can buy toys for my kids.
This is to keep 50-year-old collectors away from this. So they're going to collect virtual.
Right.
Snacks.
They're still paying $20, but it's just for a virtual skin.
Yeah, the Catwoman skin came out today for Fortnite. So, Catwoman.
I am not a huge Rambo fan, and Die Hard's great and all, but I wouldn't spend money like on a John McClane skin. Seems like a waste of $20. I don't know. Like, he's fine and all, but I don't know.
When you jump out of the plane, though, you go, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
They say it in the trailer.
Yeah, and then you're like, yeah.
I remember that.
Now, you get David Hasselhoff in his, Michael Knight outfit, like with the with like the chest hair coming out.
And the red shirt.
And the red shirt, and he's so skinny. Like, I'll get that. And his hitbox is going to be so small because he's like so tall and thin. They would probably get my $20.
Got, like the afro thing going on though. It might be like headshots all the time. He's a lollipop in a black leather jacket.
It would be great. It would be great. I would pay. I mean, although he wasn't big on guns in Knight Rider, but
no. But so what?
A-Team.
Everybody is now.
I say if you could put Batman in Fortnite, you could put anything in anything
and give him guns.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
Catwoman big on guns? I'm not sure.
I think Catwoman's sort of like, take it or leave it.
I've never like thought of her
I
like
don't think
holding
she
a
has
gun before.
She doesn't have a rule against it other than the fact that, she's married to
Don't
Batman.
point them at cats.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Anything else you want to talk about in your Wombats Fortnightly news? I noticed that you're skipping over the IGN article. I put that first for your enjoyment.
I didn't know if that was better for Shipwreck.
Oh, I have something for Shipwreck, I think.
Okay, I didn't know. That's why I was like, is this in the right place? Was really what I was.
Well, I think it is.
What okay, so for those who don't know, over the weekend, IGN posted something regarding charity for Palestine. We're not going to go in depth on the Israeli-Palestinian.
Oh, no, we're not. I
I
thought at least 45 minutes more.
Exactly. I'm just letting our listeners know we are not talking about that. We will talk about,
unless somebody donates $50 again,
the situation at hand that IGN posted something and management removed it without editorial's consent, and what the proper protocol we think should happen in this situation, regardless of the content that is posted. Did I do a good job, Chip?
You did a good job.
It doesn't matter. You did a great job. It doesn't matter.
I know. I'm just saying.
People are still gonna misconstrue
what he didn't say anything
about this.
But the broader context of this was that they did similar things for other controversial fundraisers, such as Black Lives Matter, and I forgot what the other one was. And there was no pushback or anything. There was no problem. But for this, the post was removed without any discussion or notice, and IGN management put up a notice saying that they were going to donate money to Save the Children, and that they're not taking sides or something, or both sides, or there's fine people on both sides. I don't know what the exact sentiment was. But and then the exact
sentiment is that they own the company.
Of course,
editorial does not.
Of course,
and editorial is there to write about video games and movies.
But they were saying, like, how come they didn't do this before? Like, how is this more controversial than the other controversial stuff?
Because
like,
the people who own the site decided it.
Of course it is. Of course. So then IGN staff went over to Medium and they posted an article. They posted an essay about what they felt their missteps were by management, and then a whole big bunch of them signed it at the bottom. And then that story was posted like on every major news site, like mainstream news, Washington Post.
I think what's interesting, oh, excuse me, as I die, about this is, I assume that the EIC was aware of the initial post that was going up. So there's I can only speak from my own experience, is that there should be that sort of chain of command where if the EIC is aware that this is going up and is okay with it, then they would be the one either running interference or funneling the community, be the liaison for communication between editorial and senior management that may or may not have a problem with the content. So I feel like there's something else weird about this, where either the editor-in-chief sold out his entire editorial staff, or was just like, yeah, just take it down, it's cool. I don't know, there's just something weird about this, like, oh, it was done in the middle of the night and no one in edit knew. I'm like, really? The editor-in-chief had no idea that management, because it's not like the president of Ziff Davis isn't sitting in his office and flipping the switch himself.
Right, he doesn't know how to use. They don't know how to use the content management system.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to use the CMS. He's not the one doing it. So there had to have been other steps involved. Like I work for a much smaller publishing company, but I had numerous conversations with one of the editors of one of the publications over the weekend about something significantly less controversial, just something about along the lines of, hey, can we get this over here as opposed to this over here? And it was a much friendlier situation, but still it was the weekend and it was conversations that were being had between different departments and the editor-in-chief of everything was looped in on the conversation that we were having. So I feel like it just seems something about it is just something weird to me about that. That's the part where I'm like,
Controversy. Well, let's move into more controversy right away and go to Shipwreck's slightly uncomfortable segment. Because
we were already there.
No, we're gonna get it. We're gonna turn it up a notch. I feel
Fantastic.
M writes in again. I think we did M's question last week or a couple weeks ago. Dev Patel has been cast as Gawain in The Green Knight. This continues a trend of casting different ethnicities for white male roles. Is there a bridge too far? A Chinese actor as Superman? A Middle Eastern Gandalf? Female Ghostbusters? Thanks again. What do you think, Shep?
First
We have
of
a
all,
Chinese Superman?
Sure. The first part of that,
that guy
I have
who's
no
playing
idea.
Snake Eyes could play Superman.
Yeah, Snake Eyes. I mean, I don't have a problem with that at all. Snake Eyes is a white guy with blonde hair.
Really?
Originally. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a white guy with blonde hair.
Oh, wow. I just always assumed he was an Asian guy because he's a ninja.
No, he was a soldier, and then he went over there and he trained with the Ninja
Asians.
Clan.
With the Asians. Got it.
I don't know. I am not bothered by this pretty much at all. First of all, I have no idea who that actress. I don't know.
You know who Dev Patel is. If you saw him, you go, "Oh, okay, I know who that is."
Sure, but I also don't know.
I'm letting you know that if you saw him, you know who he is.
That's fine. I don't also know what character we're talking about. The Green Knight? Is that?
Yeah, no, that it's again. It also
Who's
means
that?
nothing. That means nothing to you.
Who's the Green Knight?
It's
I want to know if I should be
it's-
pissed off about this.
It's an old English story. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like King Arthur stuff.
I think it's even pre that, right?
I think it's the same idea, same timeline,
I don't know.
So
same universe.
This person that I know, he's a good actor.
Slumdog Millionaire guy.
I didn't see that.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm trying to give you some context on who we're talking about.
That's fine.
All right.
No,
Lion. Did you see Lion?
no.
Answer the question. Sounds like you're on board.
I like things that are good and enjoyable to watch. Like the problem with female Ghostbusters was that I didn't need more Ghostbusters to begin with. It didn't matter if they were female or males. Like,
And the story was just so not too good.
never saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't need to see more Ghostbusters. So what is the uncomfortable part of this?
I don't know. You're supposed to say that you don't want black Superman. I actually want the next Superman to not be a white guy.
It's fantastic. If you
Too many white Superman.
Look at what Spider-Man does.
Right. Everybody
Right?
gets to be Spider-Man.
You have a Spider-Man for everybody.
Even animals can be Spider-Man.
Exactly. If you're a
I'm
pig, there's a
against that, by
Spider-Man
the
for
way.
you.
You against animals being Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, I think, the more the merrier. I think you got to mix it up. And also it's going to piss people off, which is great. And just, it's good to piss people off who deserve to be pissed off. Let's do a quick Wombat. What would Wombat do? Tales from Retail. This is from Brian. He says, I love the new segment with Wombat's Tales from Retail. I started listening to you guys back in 2008, but I skipped out a few years ago since I'm a huge Nintendo fan and you guys tend to skew with Microsoft. Anyway, he started listening more again with the pandemic hit and we're so funny, blah, blah, blah. He loves us. Anyway, here's a real situation for you, Wombat. From
Sure.
him. He went to Domino's. He purchased some pizza.
Well, that was his first mistake.
Yes, I was upset as soon as I heard that he went to Domino's.
Anyway, yeah.
And he purchased pizza.
It's fine.
He ordered the sweet barbecue chicken with bacon from Domino's online, and there was an option to remove the bacon from the pizza on the website, and he did this.
Okay.
He was skeptical that it was actually going to work and they would remove the bacon, but they let him do it online, so he went ahead, and of course he goes to pick up the food. He gets to his car, opens up the pizza, and there's bacon on the chicken. What would you do?
So he picked up the food, checked it in the car
Yep,
before
he's
he
in the
got
parking
home?
lot. He's in the parking lot.
Then you go back inside and say, I asked for no if you really don't want
Got
the
it.
bacon,
Yep.
you walk in and say,
Okay.
there's bacon on my pizza.
Got it. That's what he does. He goes back into the store. Chicken has bacon. He shows the pizza to them, and then they say they'll make him a new pizza in 6 to 7 minutes. What would you do?
Wait the 6. It's not like that's a long time.
Okay. Brian says he'd rather just have his money back.
Ooh.
Since the pizza that was sitting in his car would get cold by then. I don't understand. He's trying to save the
so he
old
has
pizza.
more
He's
than
got
one
other
pizza.
pizzas. He's got other pizzas involved.
Oh, there's other pizzas involved.
There's other pizzas involved. This is okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
he didn't say that. He didn't say that in this very
I think
long.
he's made the right choice here. Then give me my money back for the pizza that you messed up, and I got to get these other pizzas home. So
Okay.
We'll be okay with just the pizzas that we have.
Fair enough. So the guy says he asked for a refund just like that because he doesn't want the cold pizzas. The guy gives him $6, hands him $6 from the register. Now the pizza costs $6 plus tax. What would you do, Wombat?
I would just take the money and go. I don't need the 60 cents. I don't even want the change.
He left with the $6 and did not cause further commotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nobody
much.
apologized for the mix-up, he said.
I went and picked up Chinese food on Sunday.
Okay.
And because of the diet that I've been on, we haven't had Chinese food in quite some time. And the people at the Chinese
The
restaurant,
anti-Asian diet, is that what you're on?
Yeah, Chinese food is, it's not the healthiest most of the time.
Sure. Yep.
And we order it, but we were hungry and we wanted it. Sometimes you just get what you want. We go and I walk in and they recognize me because it's my local Chinese takeout place. And my food wasn't ready yet. And they were very apologetic. I'm like, it's really not a big deal. I was early. It's fine. And then they started making my food and they think they gave me like 3 times the amount of food that they would normally give for everything. And I'm like, and it was like really good. It was really good.
It's not good for the diet.
I know. And there was part of me that felt bad. Like, I guess, do I have to eat everything? Yep. Do I say, how does this work now? And like, they put like the quart of the lo mein, they couldn't close the top. They had to like kind of fold it and then staple it because they stuffed it so much. And I was appreciative. And I put a little tip in the tip thing.
That shirt's not going to fit. Keep that
I
up.
know. But there was also that part of me was like, I'm not supposed to eat this much.
Nice.
But yeah,
nice.
they're good people. Awesome. I'm happy to support them.
Excellent. Well,
it just made me laugh.
Thanks for writing in, Brian. If you have a tale from retail or a shipwreck uncomfortable segment idea, cheapd@gmail.com, and I will add it to the database. Let's move on to Microsoft. I've been playing a few things on this console. I purchased Resident Evil Village for $50 from Amazon, and I played about an hour and 20 minutes of it.
Is this something I would like?
Maybe. It's pretty video gamey. First person.
I like video games.
First person shooter video game. I mean, it's pretty much like the last Resident Evil, I would say. Less. Did you play 7?
No.
It's
I
less.
don't think I played any of 7.
It's still pretty. People were saying it's not scary, but it's still pretty fucking violent and scary and gross. I don't know what people are talking about. I feel like the environment's a little more interesting this time around. You're like in a European village, and there's like a big castle with the tall vampire lady and hooks going through your hands. A lot of things, because it's a first-person shooter, your hands get fucked up a lot. Like you're getting fingers cut off, you're getting hooks through them, and then like you're pouring, like when you heal, you're pouring the first aid on your hand. Like everything is hands. But it's pretty fun. Like the shooting feels like pretty decent. Like it's not Call of Duty or anything, but I do pretty well shooting the guys in the head. Seems like there's more ammo than previously available in other games. So it's pretty fun so far. Resident Evil Village. You may have heard of it. And I've checked out another game today, Shipwreck, because maybe you've played this before, because it seems right up your alley. I don't know if you know about this game. You know about Second Extinction?
Is this the dinosaur game?
Yeah.
Tell me about the dinosaur game.
It's basically Apex Legends, but you're fighting dinosaurs instead of battle royale. How does that sound?
So it's just online multiplayer though?
It's well, I think there's a single player.
When I played it alone.
I did check out the multiplayer. You are murdering dinosaurs with guns.
All right.
It wasn't bad. It's free it's on Game Pass. It's in what do they call that? Early access is on Game Pass. Yeah.
I think this has been out on PC for a while too, right? I think
it's possible. I don't know. You got to check it out.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I got that so I could tell you about it to see if it was garbage or not. It was not garbage. It's a little weird that the one thing that I thought was weird, maybe I'm missing something. A lot of the environments have like this green fog around it, and it's supposed to represent something, but it's
supposed to represent the N64.
It makes the game look bad. So I'm not sure why there's so much of it. Maybe it's some setting that I've screwed up, but anyway, it's called Second Extinction and it's on Game Pass. You may want to check that out. 3 players. It's just
so why is it like Apex Legends?
Because you're choosing characters who have their own abilities. You play trios in multiplayer. It's not battle royale. There's objectives like you have, get this, kill these dinosaurs. There's a campaign mode. I don't know. It seemed all right. It seemed like if you like shooting dinosaurs, this is a way to do that.
The dinosaurs are back. This is their second extinction. Is that what's going on here?
I think the second extinction is
it
us.
Man? It's us.
No.
That's heavy.
Heavy, dude. Heavy. So yeah, that's what's going on. Let's do a quick CAG bag, and then we can call it a night and a week.
All right.
At Diet Coke Junkie writes in, he says, I know Wombat has a basement full of Legos, but does Shipwreck like Legos? Has he seen the Lego Monster Jam trucks?
We have so many Legos. It's a problem. We have a lot of Legos, and Legos take up, you don't think about it, but they take up so much space.
And they can't be moved really either. Once they're in the space, they're in the space.
Yeah, we've got like the, I don't know, IKEA Lego storage things going on. So we're pretty good about like build something up and then like let it survive and morph into other things like as it falls apart. Like
well, that's if it's not a set.
No, well, everything we have is sets, right? But then it turns into like, okay, we have the Bat Cave. But now it's the Bat Cave has kind of fallen apart, but not, it's still the Bat Cave. But then you have like Arkham Asylum that's kind of like morphed onto it. And then there's like a graveyard that goes off of that. And then there's like a princess castle, like a Disney princess castle that's part of it as well. So it's like a survival of the fittest that just keeps on getting added onto. And then Mrs. Shipwreck has like the Disney cast, the collector versions of stuff. So the Disney castle and all the Harry Potter stuff and everything. So
nice. So yes,
it's.
Is she still doing the Harry Potter stuff?
She is. We're not buying every Harry Potter set anymore. But
the books are kind of lame.
The books we have not gotten into any of the books.
The books are.
She's excited about the Harry Potter chess set.
That's nice.
Lego chess set.
Did she build the Hedwig? Because that's a nice one. The Hedwig is nice.
She has not ventured anywhere other than just like the classic Lego.
All the new Harry Potter sets come out on June 1st. The ones that she likes.
There you go. What about the Lego Monster Jam stuff? Because I have not seen those, and those will definitely have a gravedigger.
So much nerdy toy talk in this episode. I don't even know what to do.
We're nerdy toy guys.
Oh man.
And I still have a son that's into it. Yeah. And Shipwreck still has a son that's into it. And it's something that we could all share together.
And a daughter.
So,
and
a daughter. That's true. I have a daughter that's outgrown it. I should have been clearer.
Yeah, you should have been clearer too. People are asking if the Harry Potter books are lame. We're talking about the Harry Potter. There's actually Lego books.
Lego Harry Potter books are lame.
Right. Like they're not even that you read. They're like you build a book out of Legos.
Oh, really?
And then the book opens up and it has like
a scene inside.
Right.
Yeah. And it's It's fine. We got one of them when they first came out because Elliot has all the Harry Potter Lego sets also, and he was like, it's not the same. I mean, he got the 3 sets that build Hogwarts, the 3 big sets, and we put that on a table, and he has everything. It's insane. Hagrid's hut and it's kind of it's a whole thing.
The whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Darwin Loves Devo writes in. He says, who is the cheapest ass gamer of you 3? Target clearance shopper ship? Pretty much unasked wombat? Not paying retail cheapy? Love you guys. Thanks for the fun podcast and laughs. It's a good question. Shipwreck will buy stuff if it's on sale, but then never play it. Does that make him cheap? Wombat won't buy the stuff unless it's, I don't know. Wombat, what do you think? He doesn't even know what we're talking about.
Me, probably me. I'm cheap. I don't know. I eat dirt because I don't want to spend money on lunch.
Dirt?
Yeah.
Is that cheap, being cheap?
Is that being cheap?
I don't know. That sounds being, maybe you're a worm. Have you thought about that? All right. That's not a great question. I think
we're all
cheap in our own ways.
Yeah. Like, there we go.
We're all special snowflakes.
All right, let's wrap it up. I'll remind everybody who's listening that they can win a $100 e-gift card just by joining our fundraiser, tinyurl.com/CTF21. And you can learn more about NF by going to ctf.org. Wombat, you talk now.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Also want to remind everyone, new season of Fortnite is coming up. Please use my creator code Wombat5277. Also, this episode is brought to you by HelloFresh. Go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast12 and use code CAGcast12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping.
Nice. We're going to raid this cool rock and roll channel, Wombat. I think you would even like this. It's called Glow Stick Willie, so definitely stick around for that. And then we will see you next week.
Bread's done.